Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing y'all how this consignment gig is going. I got a lot of furniture from New Mexico and brought it all the way back home to Austin, and I'm selling it for this lady who happens to be my friend's mom. She basically inherited a lot of furniture from both sides, her husband's side of the family and then her side of the family when people passed, and she doesn't know what to do with it. Basically, like, she's in an area where it's not selling, it won't sell, and kind of just wants out of her way. It's so much stuff. When there's that much stuff left behind for you, it can become a burden, which I completely realize, and I never want to swoop in and be like, I'll take your stuff. But when someone is like, ugh, I need this off my chest, like, I am completely understanding with the fact that I need to find these pieces good homes. And that's where I take my job really serious, is making sure I find antiques the right home. Because I don't want to sell to someone who's just gonna paint it and throw it on the curb one day. Nope, you're rolled out. I want to sell pieces to people who will appreciate it and let it live on for another life term. I'm kind of just vlogging the process so far, like when I'm selling things, how I'm flipping something. Some things have to be restored and flipped, to kind of explain how I got this gig. I've gotten a gig like this before, but it's rare because I'm pretty picky. I don't like to take this on too much because, first of all, just working with people in general, you know, can be like a hit or miss as far as like people trying to control how you do business, I guess. This is not at all a situation. I am being completely trusted, and I'm just so glad because it's an amazing opportunity for me to show you guys how you can also do it and just continue to try and do this more, because this is what I love. So hopefully that made sense. I'm kind of like jabberjaws. And so basically, I was like, I usually do 60-40. You know, I keep 60% and then I will give you 40% of the sell. And she was like, oh, you don't have to even do that. You could do 80-20. I was like, all right. Like, if that's what you want. You know, I did travel quite a ways, and just, you know, it was a big trip, and we have to go back for more because we didn't get everything. Luckily, we're from New Mexico, and where we got the furniture was the town we are from. We try not to go back there often because it is far, but now we have an excuse to see family and have business, you know, and bring it back here. So anyways, been splitting profits 80-20. It's just it's a win-win situation. I'm really grateful for it. But, you know, this was all through a friend, and basically what I'm trying to get at here is you can also do the same. You can just word of mouth, start networking, talking to people, finding pieces that maybe someone has and doesn't know their value of it, and they, you know, this is funny. We need to talk about this. People think their beautiful pieces are just kind of ugly. And I know you and me, yes, I'm talking to you, we disagree with that wholeheartedly. Like, no, this is the most beautiful, stunning oak giant chest of drawers I've ever seen, but it's just old, you know. And I think people see old and we see the beauty. And that's the power in reselling, you know. We just see it. We see it with our own two eyes. So anyways, find someone like that, and I think you can get a gig like this easily. And what I'm really loving about it is I just have to clean things up. I don't have to fully flip everything. Some things are turnkey, like, oh, the lamps. You know, just wait till you see the lamps. And I'm able to just sell them as is, and I don't have to go and source and find pieces. It's just, I've eliminated a lot of things I've had to do, and now I'm able to do less and kind of just balance out the system, I guess. I haven't even sold all of it yet, but the things I have sold, I want to show y'all and kind of make this a little series since it is ongoing. We're going to be getting more here probably in January. Let's get to the video.
If you're wanting to do something like this but don't have a trailer, I literally borrowed this trailer from my father-in-law. So try not to let that be too big of an excuse. Just ask someone, ask a family or friend, borrow it. Here is when we got to the location, everything that was in their garage area. We took most of this here. There was a giant organ that we were unable to take due to the size of the trailer. Hopefully we can get that next time. We did get the cuckoo clock or grandfather clock, whatever you want to call it, and the wash stand there. We were filling up the trailer trailer. I still have a lot of rocking chairs I need to flip. I was planning on sanding them and kind of just restaining them, but that is in the works. Here is everything on the trailer, tying it down. There were so many moving parts. This is actually not a part of the journey. We drove by my old house and the street of my neighborhood had a dresser on the curb, you guys. Like, is this for real? Like, there was a sign on there that said, name your price. It wasn't free. I'm here on my old street that I used to live at in New Mexico. And we were driving by my old house and I saw this dresser on the curb. And it says, offer anything. So I'm thinking about offering 20 bucks. It's so nice. I'm like, oh my god, what are the odds that this is on the street? These are my streets. Of course, there's a piece of furniture on the curb. I'm gonna go knock on the door. I ended up knocking on their door and offering 20 bucks, but they said to come back later because the owners weren't here and they would be back later in the afternoon. This was the day we were leaving, so I said, I'm gonna have to leave, sorry. Can't wait till the afternoon. But it was just a nostalgic, funny moment for me. Hey y'all, quick ad break. Okay. If you're like me, you've looked around the house and been like, I need quick cash. What can I do? What can I sell? I'm gonna give y'all my real life selling secrets. I flip everything under the sun. You guys know that. But there's one thing right now that won't fail you for selling, and that is gold. I'm talking broken chains, tangled, random gold jewelry you have lying around. You may not even think is valuable, but this is hands down the fastest way you can make money. If it's real, the alloy market will buy it, period. Even if it's not wearable, what use does it have sitting in that jewelry box of yours? Any kind of gold they want. When I first started selling gold, I used to go to pawn shops. Like, girl, the offers were embarrassing looking back. I didn't know any better until I switched to the alloy market. So the alloy market is literally the one and only place I send my gold now. They pay way more than pawn shops. They accept scrap and broken pieces. They pay for all carats, 10K, 14K, 18K, 22K, and they're eco-friendly, which I love. And the biggest reason I love them, they pay fast. I'm talking same-day payouts. If you want to start reselling, but you don't have the tools or the space or a garage to flip furniture, you don't want to deal with people and list things and meet up with strangers, selling gold is probably your best bet. It's kind of like an entry-level side hustle that anyone can do. And the best part, you don't have to fix anything. Just send it off. Whatever it is you need cash for, gold is the safety button. It's always worth something. I'll link everything for y'all below if you want to check it out and sell to the alloy market as well. And here is their website. This is where you will send my free alloy kit. This is the kit you'll get in the mail. It is super easy to grab. Check out my code in the description below too. But yeah, check out their website, get a feel for them, get to know them so you know that this is a legit place I've sold before and they buy gold all the time. And then be sure to check out the items you can sell to them and what all they buy because you will be surprised what items have gold in it. We are finally headed home. Going back home to Austin. I'm so excited. But of course, we stopped about 30 minutes into our trip to double check everything because it was super windy and we were afraid that things were moving around back there. And sure enough, one ratchet strap had lifted up. So good thing we pulled over. We're in the middle of nowhere, New Mexico. There's nothing out here. Double check the trailer, make sure everything's secured. And it stinks. It smells so bad out here. Yeah. We need better ratchet straps. There's so many potholes out here. Oh, we're like bumping around. And we have 7 more hours to go. We had to make a pit stop. This one forgot his schoolwork at his dad's house. So they had to drive all the way here to Hobbs. Thank you. To come bring it to us. And we're gonna eat and take a water break. A long day traveling, you guys. I will spare y'all the rest of that day. It took so long. Here are the lamps that I raved about in the beginning of this video. Are they or are they not the greatest lamps you've ever seen? Such a variety. And half of them have sold, half of them are still on the market. I am weary to ship these, so I'm selling locally to avoid the risk of these shattering because they are so fragile. And then of course, this awesome uranium lamp y'all have to see. Is it uranium? Let's find out. First of all, we'll just turn off the lights, you know. Step 1. Step 2, black light. I mean, it looks like it's glowing to me. Pretty glowy. I mean,
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So is it uranium or not? Y'all tell me. If it is, I have never seen uranium in real life. This is my first time. Pretty cool. So is it uranium or not? Let me know.
Moving on to this corner bookshelf. It just needed a little bit refinishing. I did a Google Lens on it. It is supposedly Victorian. I love it. I think it's worth a lot more than what I'm selling it for. But guys, let me tell you, when I listed it on Facebook Marketplace, I had people messaging me asking if I made a typo on the price. No, I did not, because these have sold for $1,300 before and are selling for that. But I guess in my market it's a little different. Now, to be fully transparent, I probably did overprice it, but I did start high and was hoping to get offers. I listed it at $500 to start, and now it's at $300 and lowering because people just aren't willing to pay that in my area. And shipping this, I just don't want to risk it getting damaged. It's too pretty. I refinished it to exactly the same stain, just made it look brand spanking new, staged it for pictures. It is ready to go. We unloaded the rest of the trailer. I am so thankful for this trailer. We could not have carried all this to Texas without it. Everything fit in my garage. I made room before we went and brought it back. Everything's in there. I didn't have to get a storage unit, which saves me expenses. And all the pieces aren't super heavy. Like, I can move things on my own, as you can see, which it just makes it easier. You know, I'm a one-woman show. I have to do things sometimes, most of the time, by myself. So if I can move a piece of furniture, 99% of the time I'm going to move it by myself, even better. So we got everything out. I want to show y'all this grandfather clock, giving Stranger Things. If you're watching, comment, because I know I'm watching. I'm so excited about this new season. Got everything out. I want to show y'all a little bit of a haul. It might be a little quick, like just showing y'all individually. I think that might be impossible just because I'm moving really fast here and trying to get things done. But here is the grandfather clock. That sold on Marketplace for $220. And here is the rest of everything. So far we have about half here sold, half here not sold. I'll just let y'all take a good look at it before I start jabbering again. Comment your favorite thing I brought back. I know mine, and it is that gold lamp, you guys. It is just like to die for. So comment, let me know, and then here's a funny little Instagram reel I made. Enjoy.
I can't deal with people anymore. It's just, everyone sucks so hard, you know? Everybody is so stupid. And they all walk around going, yeah, 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 yeah. And the only thing that makes me happy, the only thing I can trust, is this. But all people do is try to keep me from it.
So here is that bookshelf staged. You know, I would probably pay a good $300 or $400 if this is something I really wanted. But we'll see what it sells for. I have high hopes. Now I'm going to show y'all how I restored this tiger oak washstand here. This was a fun project. It took me about maybe 4 hours to refinish. Someone picked it up. They drove 2 hours for this. And they paid $200 for it. They're turning it into a sink for their bathroom. I just think that's such an adorable idea. I've got to go find a box for this. I'm shipping it out to Louisiana. Usually I can find boxes pretty easily, but this is a funky size. It's a wall plate display holder. It's really pretty, and it's sold on Facebook Marketplace, but we were able to work out some shipping. You know, I actually really like shipping things. It's kind of fun. It's like a scavenger hunt for a box too. And I have a place where I go. They've got really good deals. Hi, I need a box. I think it's like right at 48.
It's at 50. Oh, you know what?
Oh shoot. Do you think I can make it work?
You can.
Yeah, I'm shipping it to Louisiana. I mean, it's not going super far.
It's metal.
Okay. Got what I needed. Bubble wrap at the bottom. She's fragile. Shipping it off. Now, one of my favorite lamps I've ever flipped is this guy right here. It reminds me of a giraffe. It's so long-necked and just fabulous. Is that the best way to describe a giraffe? I mean, that's how I would describe one. I just had to do soap and water on this thing and clean it up, shine it up. It works so good. Like, nothing's wrong with it. I love when that happens. So we made her brand new, brought it back in to my house, and I staged it inside my house to look like it's lived there forever. Personally, I didn't want to keep it because it was so hot underneath the bulbs. But look, it goes right underneath your sofa. It's so practical. It looked so good in my house. I don't need it. You know, it's not somewhere I want a lamp. I have like one lamp in my living room. That's enough for me. I have a lot of natural lighting. It sold right away to someone who's been looking for this lamp. And it's sold to a repeat buyer. I was happy to hear that. They bought from me before. I've sold so much at this point, I don't even know who I've sold to, but I did remember the piece. So we got it strapped down to the trailer. It did not fit inside the truck bed. We had to take the trailer. And like I said, thank goodness for this trailer because it came in handy. Girl bossed too hard. Now I'm out here hauling things. Ratchet strapping things.
There you go. Damn.
That means it was good. It was on there good. Right? Right?
Right.
Okay, ready? And
He's so big. Got it? Need help?
no, I got it. Okay, this grandfather clock, I did not have my truck this day it sold. And I was meeting someone halfway for it. But guess who got it inside their little hatchback? I did. Used my dolly, loaded it up. My trunk did not shut, but I ratchet strapped the handle on my hatchback to the hooks inside my Mercedes-Benz. And you know what? No shame. I like my little car. It's a little fancy. I love it. I like feeling fancy, but I also need it for furniture some days. So I drove around with this grandfather clock hanging outside the back of my trunk, junk in my trunk, hashtag no notes. I'm doing what I gotta do. And it got where it needed to be, okay? Currently delivering a porch drop-off to this person's house. They bought this. It is a wall display plate holder. I had two of these and one sold for $90 on Facebook Marketplace, and I actually shipped it to Louisiana. This one sold for $50, so all in all, made $140 minus shipping was about $22 with the box, everything. So like $120-ish, the exact number isn't not mathing in my head, but profits, great profits. So I've just been delivering things, all in which is amazing antiques, and I'm finding some great homes for everything. But this has been my life for the past 2-3 weeks,
flipping things that I got back from New Mexico.
All right, y'all let me know what else you want to see from this series, flipping and reselling and consigning as a furniture flipper. There's so much that goes into it, but I just wanted to begin to show you guys how it's done, what I'm doing. Please give this video a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers!